Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. David Orman, and you are listening to Dr. Orman's LifeCast podcast. Today is August 5th, 2024, and we are in the midst of a Cat 1 hurricane with tornado warning. So if I duck under, you'll understand why. I just came out of the rain, a little bit wet, but very inspired. So I wanted to do this podcast at this particular time. It will be, I don't know how many parts to it there'll be, but over the course of the next couple of months or weeks, certainly I'll add to it. But the topic is brain fitness. It is a red hot topic today. Probably the number one topic that I hear from patients concerned about their memory loss, concerned about Alzheimer's, concerned about dementia, concerned about issues involving memory, and understandably, the incidences seem to have been increasing over the last 20 years. There are a number of theories as to why chemicals, toxins being up or at the top of the list, and that's certainly a likely candidate. First, let me describe our model of medicine. In natural medicine, we think of the kidney as the battery pack of the body. It is the main energy source, and it is filled with what we call Jing. Jing is the energy that we're born with. So that when we exhaust our Jing, that's when we cross over to the other side and do whatever it is that we do. Now, we can't create Jing, but we can create something similar to Jing. So in other words, think of Jing as pure gold and something other than uh, pseudo Jing, so to speak, as gold plated, where it's not bad, not bad at all, but you can't compare to purity of it. And that's how do we exhaust the Jing? Through improper diet, through worry, through stress, through smoking, excessive drinking, etc. How do we increase the Jing or the pseudo Jing? Through doing exactly the opposite: healthy lifestyle, meditation, qigong, eating right, living with passion, etc., etc. And in this model of medicine, the Jing is stored in the kidneys. And when the kidneys are full, the excess is stored in the spine. And when the spine is full, it goes to the brain. And when the brain is filled, we see it in our hair and we see it in or we hear it. In other words, the brain, that kidney energy not only controls the brain, but it controls the hair, and also hearing. So when a person has an issue with tinnitus or with loss of hearing, think kidney deficiency, or premature graying or balding, again, kidney deficiency. That's where all your structural issues occur. We have a problem with the spine, we have a problem with the knees, we have a problem with the hips, etc. Once again, we have that kidney issue. But I'll get to that at a different point in time. Memory and enhancing IQ. They used to be thought, well, it's impossible. The number is the number, and that's all it is, and you can't do anything about it. Well, not quite. There are a number of things that you can do to increase memory, to increase IQ, to increase creativity, which in turn is one of the antidotes to Alzheimer's, or one of the preventive measures a person can take to Alzheimer's and dementia and other types of diseases. So how does one do that? Well, in a unique twist of fate, there was a physician named Tomatis in France, and he discovered that the right ear provides electricity to the brain. And when it is open, I'll explain what that means in a second, electricity is flowing to the brain is working beautifully. Memory is increased, creativity is off the charts. Uh, a person feels like themselves. They have their immune system is exceptional. The sleeping is normal, etc. But through listening to a series of loud noises, normal noises, loud music, planes, trains, and automobiles, just the normal sounds of life, it can help to restrict or close that canal within the ear. And as a result, we don't get the amount of electricity that we normally would from the right ear. And he discovered a thing called the electronic ear, which is a complicated machine that's expensive and all this other stuff. And basically what it does is filter out the low notes from Baroque music, particularly string music. So that would be at the start of the show would be Vivaldi. So when you listen to Vivaldi, a specific type, in the right ear over the course of about 100 hours. So you're looking at maybe, and you don't have to listen to it. I mean, sit here and not move. You can listen to it while you're cleaning the house, while you're, outside doing whatever, walking the dog, etc. And over the course of about 100 hours, that will open up the ear, provide electricity to the brain, and as a result, sleep patterns will improve, immunity will improve, digestion will improve, memory will dramatically improve, creativity will also dramatically improve. And again, all of this are preventors for those types of diseases that we don't like to talk about. So if you go to YouTube, there is a one particular, and I'll put the link below, one particular clip that is about an hour long. You'll see a kind of a half of a gray face with, it looks like a heartbeat in the color orange, and it'll list it as something like sound therapy from Tomatis, Tomatis. And you can, again, get one ear. You could either do the something like this, and I would move it to the side, or headphones, or if you have the buds, just put them in the right ear and listen to it as you go about your business. And it doesn't have to be this, I have to be, 1 hour or else. Just know that it's going to take about 100 hours, a little bit more, a little bit less, to notice the major differences. That's one thing that can be done. Number two, there are particular points, especially along the skull, that are used. And when my acupressure course is going to be released, which will be in about a month, I'll go into detail about those. And there also are two substances that are exceptional for improving memory. The first one is called ginkgo biloba. Many people are familiar with it. The second one, which I think actually is more effective without the hyperness that ginkgo can sometimes provide, is called gotu kola. Gotu is the first word, Kola. Gotu kola. Two words. And gotu kola is, in its raw form, is a nut. It looks like about the size of a walnut, actually. But you can get it in capsule form, you can get it in liquid form, and take it on a daily basis. And again, it takes a little while to build up the therapeutic levels. But unlike ginkgo, it doesn't give a person kind of that hyper energy. Many people are really sensitive to ginkgo. It causes insomnia. And it causes one to talk like this, and you keep going. It's as if you took too many espressos. Gotu kola does not have that effect, but it does have all of the beneficial effects, with the star of the show being increased circulation and oxygenation, particularly to the brain. That's what we're looking for. So over time, you will have, as I mentioned before, increased creativity, increased memory, and overall increased brain function. And then as side effects, side benefits, improved vision, improved hearing. And this is when I feel like I need a drum roll. In about 6 months, it will actually serve to tighten the skin. It's often described as a facelift in a bottle, but that usually takes a minimum of 6 months, but it does work, and it does work exceptionally well. At the root is the kidney energy, and there are many things that can be done. There are various types of Qigong and Bagua exercises. Again, I'm going to make videos and courses on these, which will go into detail so that you will have the exact steps what to do. But for right now, you can take a substance called FOTI. It's spelled F-O-T-I, F-O-T-I, and it's pronounced FOTI. It is an herb that is considered the herb for strengthening the kidney energy. Also, foods that are darker in nature, prunes, for example, would be, or meat, red meat, or foods that are salty in nature, such as celery, or some of the fishes, anchovies, for example. Olives would be another one. These are the foods that help to strengthen that kidney energy. The more you can strengthen the kidney energy, the stronger your skeletal system will be, the stronger your hearing will be, the more improved your memory and creativity will be, and the greater, how do I say this? The less opportunity one has to experience diseases that we don't want to talk about. In other words, the stronger the brain will be. So these are simple steps you can take. These are steps you can implement starting now, and these steps will have a massive long-term benefit. As always, you have questions, you have specific topics you would like, let me know. I'd be happy to do them. Thank you again for listening.